are the most recommended earbuds on Amazon, and they're less than $25. These are the Moondrop Space Travels, and I've been using them for several months now. I bought them after I saw a ton of videos that said they were the best value, and I was looking for a pair to use at my desk instead of having wires everywhere. And I didn't really want to dump a ton of money on another pair of AirPods. Ugh. These aren't the only budget earbuds you can purchase, but they are super unique because it has active noise canceling at only $25, which is crazy to see. But we'll see how good the ANC actually is, because I want to use it to help me focus better while working. So are the Moondrop Space Travels really a value monster at $25, or is it just another piece of tech to skip? When you first look at the Space Travel, it has a unique case design that I've never seen before. It looks really cool with the translucent plastic and simple design. However, there's no top and nothing to flip open like the AirPods or the Samsung Galaxy Buds. Ooh, so this isn't satisfying at all for fidgeting. Getting these earbuds out of the case isn't an easy task. You have to slide your fingers along the side of the case to get them out. I still fumble with it trying to get the earbuds out of the case, even after several months. A downside of not having a top is that they tend to accumulate pocket lint and dust bunnies and other gunk. Plus, sometimes they fall out of their case and then they're just tumbling around in my bag. There are magnets at the bottom of the earbuds to hold them in place, but they're quite small, and my bag goes through some wonky movements on the reg. On the bottom of the case is a USB-C port for charging. On the side would have been preferred, but these are very budget earbuds, so we can give it a pass. It's also not the easiest to put them back in either. The stems often get caught on the sides of the railing. So this all might sound pretty negative, but how does it perform when it comes to what really matters? The sound. With the Space Travels being only $25, I was expecting the sound quality to be super meh. I've used other budget earbuds in the past, and they honestly suck. But let me tell you, the sound quality is surprisingly good for the price. Everything is non-intrusive and pleasant with a neutral sound and a mild V shape. No super boomy bass, really bright trebles, pretty natural. I think where it stands out is in the bass, or lack thereof. Usually the bass would take over, especially at this price. The Space Travels have a very controlled bass with a clean mid-range. You'll feel comfortable listening to a wide variety of different music for a sustained amount of time without tiring. It's especially good for female vocals. Now keep in mind that these are still a $25 pair of true wireless earbuds. Compared to AirPods, they sound sort of close. The only downside is that the volume is pretty low, so you have to set the volume a little bit louder if you're switching between them. And if you're coming from a nice pair of open back headphones or high-end true wireless like the Bose Quiet Comforts, these obviously won't sound as good. But let's be honest, you're not picking up 25 true wireless earbuds to sit down for long listening hours to dissect your music. No. These are just for your daily routine. It works great for going on walks, going to the gym, listening to music while cleaning or doing chores, or in my case, working. But what I'm really curious about is how the active noise cancellation works on such a budget pair of earbuds. So I've used a lot of ANC headphones in the past, and I absolutely love them, especially against the dreaded yard care. I love my Sony XM4s or my Bose Quiet Comforts. I used to daily drive these, especially at the gym, and all of these are known for outstanding ANC. But how does the Moondrop Space Travels compare? Well, they don't. The ANC is not great, but the fact that it even has ANC is amazing in itself. It's pretty good at removing low frequency sounds like air conditioning and cars, but with high frequency sounds like people running on the treadmill, people rocking their weights, it doesn't do very well. However, without any music playing, you'll still hear a light static sound, which can get uncomfortable, but a benefit is that you don't get the pressurized feeling with more intense ANC like the Sony XM4s. But what's it like to actually use these on a day-to-day basis? Are they comfortable? So I've taken these pretty much everywhere with me. I just pop this case into my bag, go to the gym, shopping, coffee shops, everywhere. And I have to say, they're pretty comfortable. However, I do have one big gripe with them. The ear tips are ovular instead of circular. Why? Why would you do that? Ovular ear tips typically fit into less ear shapes. They're just not as universal, and it makes it harder to swap out to other ear tips later on. For some people, it might be uncomfortable, and others won't even notice the shape. I've been able to wear them for about 45 minutes max while working out before I feel a little bit of discomfort, and they also have moments where it feels like they're slipping out, so the seal is not amazing. Some people recommend getting foam ear tips instead, but you have to be careful useful since they might not fit into the charging case once you change the ear tips. Now, when it comes to the actual build quality of the Space Travels, how do they stack up for being $25? So the entire case and the earbuds themselves are fully plastic. Everything is very lightweight. Strangely enough, they're super slippery. It's difficult to hold these in your hands without them feeling like they'll slip out. I did notice the case got scratched easily the more I used them, but my AirPods case is pretty scratched up too. Each earbud has some designs painted on the sides as well as on the case. It looks a little tacky, especially if you're trying to use this in a mature office setting. You can use these in the gym. Everyone's just focused on themselves. There's no water resistant rating, but you know, it can handle a little sweat here and there. Just don't take them into the bath with you. Inside the box, you get the essentials, but barely. You get the Space Travels themselves inside their case, a very short USB-C charging cable, and some extra sized ear tips. And that's it. Oh, and some documentation, of course. There are 2 color options you can pick from. Both cost $24.99. Got a white color with a clear case on top and a black color with an orange plastic that looks almost nuclear. It's quite fancy. The white one is simple, sort of classic looking, but these are a statement. In addition, you could buy a case for them that has a magnetic closure on the top so your earbuds don't fall out of their case. That costs $10, which doesn't make sense for a product that only costs $25. Some people find the case as a necessary add-on, which totals the price to $35, which is still a steal, but not necessary. The earbuds are easy to connect, although there's no pairing button on the case. You put them on, and then you have to hold both stems for about 3 seconds to get it to go into pairing mode. Afterwards, it'll connect automatically to your devices. The touch controls on the stems are quite responsive. It's easy to accidentally tap something when you're just removing them from one ear. They're customizable in the app, but by default, you can pause play with a single tap. You can double tap on the right to go to the next track, on the left to go to the previous track. There are no volume controls on the earbuds either, which is a bit of a nitpick, but honestly, sort of a bummer because I do like that feature, especially if you have your phone somewhere else. It does come with transparency mode as well, which you'll know you're in because you'll hear a hey sound. ANC has a shh sound. And in classic mode with neither ANC or transparency, it's more of a So the voice you get is an anime girl sound. With connectivity, you've got Bluetooth 5.3 and it stays connected even at a distance. The max is about 10 meters. I've had 0 disconnection issues even with my phone in my backpack at the gym, and I'll walk all around the gym. When you take these out of their case, they'll instantly make a doo-doo-doo sound and then connect it if your device is nearby. If you're watching videos or playing games with your phone or other device, there is a noticeable latency. It does have a game mode that you can activate by clicking 4 times on a stem. It reduces latency, but it's sort of just all right. It's better for videos, but not good for games. So I primarily recommend these for music or podcasts, nothing that requires syncing up video and audio together. The battery life is not the best. It lasts about 4 hours with ANC on, which is a bit on the lower end compared to its competitors at 5 hours. It's easy to charge, so it's not a huge issue, especially for how compact they are. They easily fit into a pocket or a purse. There's no battery indicators on the case or in the app, which we'll talk about later. After some time using them, I figured out what this light does. It indicates when the earbuds are charging or not. When they're done charging, the light goes off. You can download the app on your iOS or Android device. It's called Moondrop Link. It has a total of 18 total reviews and a 2-star rating, so it's not the best. It'll ask to connect to all Bluetooth devices, and then your Space Travels will pop up. The app lets you tune the EQ to 3 different settings and customize your touch settings. So there's 3 EQ settings. The default one is called reference, and it's also my favorite. It has a good volume without over amplifying any specific sound. The other ones will turn down the volume. Bass head increases the bass, but it also decreases the mids and treble, and then monitor reduces the bass. The monitor sounds the most quiet to me, so I actually don't like using it, but other people, they like monitor. Now for the moment of truth, the microphone. It sounds decent in a quiet environment, but if you're out in a windy place, the mic goes downhill. It's pretty quiet and muffled for me personally, and I wouldn't use it without some kind of software that increases the gain on my audio, like Discord or other calling software. Compared to AirPods, especially the Pro 2s that cost almost $200, picking up a pair of $25 earbuds that gets you 70 to 80% of the way there in terms of sound, it's a truly freeing experience. The Space Travels free you from your need to baby your tech. You get to enjoy it. You get to let it get scratched, let it be worn. What if you drop it? No problem. Lose it? Also, no problem. There's no find my option, so if you do lose it, you actually do lose it forever. So here's a microphone test of what the space travels sound like. It's not good. It's also $25. This is a test using the Moondrop space travels in a relatively quiet environment. If you're interested in checking out these affordable earbuds, I'll include some links in the description.